Hi Miss Elle, how are you? I hope you're well. Just waiting for a few more people to come on and we'll get started. Hi Megan. Hi Margie. If anybody's watching, please say hello so I know you're there. Hiya. Hi Petra. Hello kitty cat. Thank you. Yes, it's been a hectic few weeks, but I am back. Hi everyone. Hi Joyce. Hi Laura. Hi Ariel. Excuse me. Hi Christine. Okay, so I'll just start to explain what today's live is all about. So if you've seen the title, hi Loretta, you'll know that it is Happy Mail today. Just a few bits. It is quite long. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce your name. You'll have to let me know. Hi Laurie, hi Mindful. So yes, a little bit of Happy Mail today, a bit of Christmas mail. This is, well, a couple of the things anyway are Christmas presents from the absolutely wonderful, amazing Melody, who watches all of our live streams, and she decided to send me a couple of bits from my Amazon wish list just to say thank you for the videos and happy Christmas, just little Christmas presents really. And as always, whenever I receive anything off any of you guys, I'm absolutely bowled over and cannot believe it, and I really, really appreciate every single thing that you guys decide to send me. And I was especially bowled over by today's little gifts because they are really, really quite something. I'll get on to those in a minute from Melody, but first of all I wanted to show you the new pearl colours from Kaliro. This is the Galaxy set. And these were sent to me by the absolutely beautiful Claire Holloway, who makes her own tutorials on her channel, very, very good tutorials. And she also runs the Johanna Basford Your Pages Facebook group. And I like to think now that we are quite good friends, and she decided to send me this new palette of colours from Kaliro. Now, as you all know, I have my swatch book here, and we always swatch any new materials out so we can see what they're like. So I'm going to do exactly the same with these. So we'll open them up, and they come in the usual kind of plastic tin or case that they usually come in. And then we've got a little card here that tells you all the names. Hi Robin. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done well, any kind of video really, but yeah, so here we've got all the colour names of the colours and then how they look on black and white on the back. So let's have a look. Now the first thing that you'll notice about these is that unlike the, I haven't got any to show you on hand at the moment, but unlike the usual Kaliro paints, they have a different pattern on them. So usually there's like this wavy, ripply pattern on the top of the paints, a bit like when the tide goes out and it leaves the ripples on the beach. But these are kind of a geometrical, triangular, angular sort of shape, and they look absolutely awesome. And I can't wait to swatch them out because this is the first time I've opened them. I haven't swatched them or tested them or anything, so you're looking at them with me. So I've got my swatch book open to the Pearl Colours page so we can write down our colours and swatch them out. But the first thing I'm going to do is get my water and dot a few little bits of water on each of the pans so we can start to activate the colour. So it's all about paints today, guys. All this Happy Mail that I'm showing you today is all watercolour paints and a book, a watercolour book. So it's all about the paints today, and I am not proficient in watercolour whatsoever. So I'm going to need help from you to, especially with the next lot of watercolours that are coming up, to actually find out how to use them. If any of you guys know how to watercolour, I'm going to need your help. So I've put a little bit of water on each of the pans, and now I'm going to, oh, I've got water on my sketchbook as well. So now I'm going to label all of these so we can start to swatch them. So we've got Sunbeam, Supernova, I'm using a weird kind of calligraphy pen for this because I can't find a normal pen to write with as usual. We've got Deep Space, Dark Star, Meteor, and Moonlight. There we go. So maybe I should just zoom in a little more so you can see closer up what we're looking at. And here we go. So I'm starting off with the sunbeam. I'm going to put this on camera as well so that you can see, hopefully. So the sunbeam here. So if you leave the water on these paints for a few minutes, it does start to activate and thicken up the paint itself. So you can't really just go straight in there with your water. You have to leave it to sit for a little while. Now then, let's see what happens. This is a very, very light colour, this one. Quite translucent as well, so maybe it needs a little bit more time to thicken up, or maybe it just is meant to be quite transparent. Hi to your cat. Hi Susan. So anybody that's kind of just joined, this is a little Happy Mail video, some Christmas gifts that have been sent from my lovely followers from my Amazon wishlist. And as usual, you know how much I appreciate any gifts that you deign to send me, because I know, you know, especially with very expensive items, if I get those, it really sort of bowls me over, and not because of the actual cost of them. It's not like any Happy Mail is better than others because it's more expensive, but I feel especially grateful because anyone that can spend, you know, that kind of money on a stranger, I just think it's absolutely incredible, to be honest. And I really, really do appreciate every single thing that ever falls on my doormat from you guys, honestly. Especially like this, when it's not actually expected at all. I mean, I didn't have any clue that Melody was sending the other two things that I've not shown you yet, and I knew that Claire had bought these for me because she told me, but I was still just incredulous as always. So this is Supernova, and this is a gorgeous pink, very dusky pink colour. And obviously when these are dry, I can show you them a bit better, and we can sort of bend them in the light so we can see what they look like when the light shines on them, because that's where they really come to life, isn't it? Next up we've got Deep Space, which looks like a dark blue. Yes, very lovely deep dark blue, almost a sapphire colour, this one. So I'm making sure that we've got a nice thick layer as well, so we can really see the opacity of the colours. So I hope everybody's been well since I last spoke to you. As you all know, hopefully, I have been moving house, and it has been an absolute crazy time for me, honestly. Hi Laurie. So the new place that I am now sat in had no decorating anywhere. It had no flooring anywhere. So absolutely every single part of this house will have to be decorated and floored throughout. That includes woodwork. It's one of these houses that has not been looked after, or not even been sort of done properly in the first place. So you've got bits of plaster hanging off the wall, and weird bumpy bits of the wall that you can't cover. Yeah, so but you know what, I'm not complaining, because it is a roof over my head, and I'm very, very grateful for it. And it's also meant that the boys can have a bedroom each, which with Max's autism was absolutely paramount to the harmony in this family. They've been sharing a bedroom since pretty much forever. and as Max has grown and his autism has sort of developed and his behaviours have developed, he's now unable to share a room with his brother because he just keeps Shane awake really late into the night. You know, he was chucking teddies at him and singing and sort of bouncing around and things like that, and Shane obviously being in secondary school now, he needed his sleep, you know, he needed his peace at night, of course he does. So I am very, very grateful that we have got this house, no matter what state it's in, because we can always sort that out, can't we? It just takes money and time, but we will get there. Now the next colour is called Meteor. And this is super, I don't know if you can see this, let me show you. This is really thick and very, very metallic. It's like you're working with bits of lead or something, like molten lead. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, this one. They're all gorgeous. Every single colour from this brand, every single paint is gorgeous. Hi Melissa. But this one in particular is stunning. As I say, you might not be able to see in the light that I'm in at the minute, but I will be showing you this properly once they've dried. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It feels gritty. It feels like there's bits of stardust in it, which is amazing. And finally, we've got Moonlight, which is very similar to the previous, apart from it obviously being a much more silver, but it feels very similar. Sorry, I just missed your comment there. Let me just, oh, here we go. Yeah, thanks Margie. Obviously you know exactly where I'm coming from, and I'm sorry that you've been hurt this morning. It is part and parcel sometimes. Luckily Max is not, you know, his behaviour is not violent towards anybody really. He's not violent towards Shane. I mean, they'll have their sibling spats where they kind of, they might hit each other or something, but it's not, you know, it's not a regular occurrence that he's violent. But definitely know where you're coming from. So this is absolutely gorgeous as well, this Moonlight one. I think those last two might be my favourites from the whole palette, to be honest. But as I say, I'm going to show you them properly. Has everybody's screen gone frozen, please? Because it's looking frozen on the iPad, on the phone in front of me, but I can't tell whether or not you can see it. Can you just drop me a comment if it's frozen or not? It must be the device that I've got in front of me then, because I can see all your comments on my phone, but I can't, it's all blank on the device. So, right, let's have a look at them under the light and see what they look like. So I'm going to have to stand up. Hi Candida, yes, it's been ages. Hi Catherine. I'm going to have to stand up to look at all your comments now, because my my husband's phone is, it looks like this at the moment. So it's all looking like it's frozen. Maybe I'll restart that and see if I can get it working again, so I don't have to stand up and to see all your comments. Right, let's try it again. So we've got YouTube. Let's find me. Hi Ohio Granny. Yeah, it looks like it might be my husband's signal, you know, because it's just going round and round and round. Anyway, while I wait for that, let's have a look at these colours. So today it's these ones that are in black here, you can see. So first of all, we've got Sunbeam, which is absolutely gorgeous. It's very light champagne colour. I'm just seeing if it's similar to any on here. It's quite similar to the Moon Gold down here, but it seems brighter somehow. It seems slightly more orange. Then you've got the Supernova, which is very, very opaque and less kind of glittery and gritty than the others. And it's an absolutely beautiful pink that I don't think I've got anywhere else anything similar. We've then got Deep Space. So I'm trying to get this kind of in the light as best as possible, but it really is a lovely thick sapphire blue. It does have a good shine to it, but not as shiny as a lot of the others, as you can see. Now, Deep Space is really dark. Sorry, not Deep Space, Dark Star. It looks black, but I'm sure I've got a black somewhere, but I obviously haven't swatched it out for some reason. But yeah, it looks really black, but very sparkly as well. Now, Meteor and Moonlight are my absolute favourites from this set. So Meteor, as you can see, is a little bit darker. It's a bit more charcoal and a bit darker of a grey, whereas Moonlight is really nice, shiny silver. Now, I'm just looking at Stardust up here, which is another kind of very similar silver. And also you've got Sterling Silver down there as well, which is a bit more opaque. But they look absolutely beautiful. To be honest with you, I could get every single one of these colours and still need more because they're absolutely stunning. So Candida, today, just for anybody that's joined us since, we are doing a bit of Happy Mail today. So it's been a while since I've had any Happy Mail, and it's been a while since I've been able to come on and talk to you because, of course, the house move. And today we are looking at the new Galaxy set of Kaliro pearl colours, these beauties here, which I've just swatched. And these were sent to me by the lovely Claire Holloway, very, very good friend of mine. She does her own channel with tutorials. You should go and check her out. And I am super, super excited for these because how can you not be? Just look at them. So I can't wait to use those in some sort of Galaxy type picture. I think they would do really well on there with them being so shiny and so kind of glittery. So that is the new Kaliro Galaxy Pearl colours. Thank you so, so much to Claire Holloway for those. Now I'm going to put that aside and we're going to look at this amazing, amazing package of Happy Mail from Melody. Now I don't think Melody's on right now, but if she sees this later, Melody, I've already thanked you over private message, but this, honestly, I was absolutely stunned, absolutely stunned. So this came first. This is the Prima Princesses watercolouring book. I've had it on my wish list for a little while now, and I've been really wanting to try and get into watercolours and see if I can do it, you know, because I think they are quite scary. They are to me anyway, but I really wanted to have a go, and this is a watercolour book, so it has the very thick, very textured watercoloured paper. And it's all ladies and botanics, and there's a few little strips at the back here that we could probably practice on first before launching into a whole page. But this is 8 by 10, it's acid free, and it has 24 sheets. It's by Prima Marketing, and it's called the Prima Princesses watercolouring book, and I'll be putting all the links in the description afterwards so you can go and find it yourself if you want to. It's got a hard back, and yeah, so I said this came first. And it had a little note inside from Melody. Have I still got the note? I do, it's here. So Melody just said, enjoy your Christmas gift from Melody. And as I said earlier in the video, I don't want to go on and on because it'll bore you, but I'm always just stunned. I'm always stunned. And that is not me being over the top or whatever. I really am stunned. I've got this huge Amazon wish list, and really it's just a place for me to just add things to go and look sometimes and do a bit of salivating over all the amazing things that that is out there to use and to buy. But obviously when people do decide to send me a gift, it's just amazing. It is amazing, honestly. I'm not being over the top when I say that. Now that came first, and I had no clue that anything else was going to come. And then Melody said something else is on the way, and this arrived. This is the Paul Rubens Artist Transparent Watercolour Fine Artist Watercolours, and it comes in this gorgeous pearlescent pink shimmery box, and I'm guessing this is Paul Rubens here, depicted on the corner. Now let me just quickly see if I can get my comments back on my husband's phone, because I can't see what you all are saying to me. Right, here we go, live. And then, so I think it's working now. I'll be able to see what you're saying. I think you can use pencils in it, yes. It is a very, very textured surface though, so you will probably need either a blending solution or to use quite a lot of layers to fill up the tooth. Yes, Melody is absolutely beautiful, isn't she? She is such a lovely lady. I can't thank her enough for this really, because I mean the book is one thing, but this set of paints is quite expensive, and that is just out of this world that anybody would spend this much on me. Honestly, I don't feel like I deserve it, to be fair. So this is what happens when you open it up. It's a really thick box, and you've got this material inside that feels a bit like the glasses cleaning cloths that you get with a pair of glasses. That's what it feels like to me, and it's got Paul Rubens on it again. And then you open it up, it's like Christmas, honestly, and you have this tin. So we'll get that out, put the box out of the way. Now you open the tin, and you've got this palette here, this 4-section palette, and then this part opens up as well. You've got all of your bits of information, I guess how they make all these. It's all in Japanese or Chinese, but it does just swatch out the colours there for you. And then you have this card, again, it's not in English, but when you open it up, the colour names are in English as well, so that is good. And I think with this being a textured card, this is where you would swatch your colours, so that's what we'll do today. And then here are the absolute beauties themselves. Now they come in individual pans, and they're kind of set into this metal thing here. Now if I can turn it over, you can see this comes out completely, and you've got more sort of palette areas for you to mix your colours with. And I think that this is another palette as well. I don't know if you can sort of put that down or how you would use that, but maybe it's for like squirting liquid watercolours on, I don't know. Oops. So they come in all these individual pans, which you can pull out like this, and they have beautiful glittery sort of foil wrapping on each of them, and they each have a number as well. And then on the back there's some Japanese or Chinese characters there, sort of embossed into the back of the pan. So let's take off this foil and see for the first time what it actually looks like. Oh wow. So this is really, really very similar to the Colero Pearl colours. Look at that shine. I cannot wait to use these. Even though I don't know how to use them, I cannot wait. Let's open them all. I know it's going to take a little bit of time, but bear with me, because I do want to see how they all look. I'm sure you do too. Hi Candy. So we're just going to take all these bits of foil off. It's going to be really time consuming, but it's going to be worth it. So here we have like a silvery colour, or maybe a white, pearlescent white. What did you say? Hang on to the foil for reordering the pans. Okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'll stick the foils here on the edge of the book so I know where we're going. Hi Corinne, no problem being nosy. I'm the nosiest person, you know, I always want to know everything. Okay, so the next one. Oh. So these, I hadn't even heard of these until a few weeks ago when Claire Holloway, again, she's such an enabler, she bought them to see how they would compare to the Coleros. And as soon as I saw, you know, the look of them, I thought, I've got to put those on the wish list. And then along comes beautiful Angel Melody and bought them for me. Oh, okay, you can toss them. Oh, I see. Oh, of course, because they correspond with the number. Yeah, you see, I'm always late to the party with realising things. Right. So that is, it looks almost like a chartreuse, that one. So So I need to keep these in order. Right, C100. Okay, I need a better thing for it. I'm going to stick them on the edge of the table. You can't see it, but that's what I'm going to do, so that I can keep them in order. Yeah, so I think these are about £50 to buy, or they were when I added them to the wish list. I haven't checked them recently. And we've got another one, very, very similar to the last one, but I think it's maybe slightly deeper. Yeah, it is. They are very expensive for these tiny little pans, but I'm hoping that they're going to be, that their performance is just going to completely justify the price, to be honest. As I've said earlier, it's just incredible that somebody would spend this kind of money on me when I don't even do anything. I mean, I know I do video tutorials for you and stuff, but I really don't feel like I sort of deserve all this, you know. This is a gorgeous orange, shiny orange, and then that's the first one we opened up, isn't it? So I'll put that foil there, which is stuck. Okay. Hi, Kenny. £17? Where are you buying them from, Sue? £17 for this set. This is a gorgeous bronze colour. Incredible. This is a bit funny how they've done this packaging. I don't know why it's done this way, but it feels a little bit tight to get them in. So these are called the Paul Rubens watercolours. Paul Rubens Artist Transparent Watercolours. So we've got a beautiful pink. So is anybody on here good with watercolours? Because I'm going to need your help. I don't know whether you're supposed to wet the paper first, or wet the paint, or what. Sorry, did I show you that one? It's a red. Some of them are a lot more glittery and shiny than others. Yeah, £50, $50, round about that price. I can't wait to swatch them. I don't know whether to swatch them on this card or in my swatch book, where I've got them all in the same place, or I might do them on the card and then stick it in the swatch book. So this is another beautiful pink. It's very dusky. Oh, we're only halfway through. I'm so sorry this is taking forever. Okay, next. So, oh, they actually have the names on the side. So this is Rose Red. Ooh. This is really lovely, deep purplish red, almost like a magenta. And then, very awkward this is, really. I suppose it's good though for if you're travelling with them, because they definitely will stay in place. Yeah, everybody needs to put these on the wish list, I think. I've not even used them yet, but I mean, just looking at them. This one's called Grape, hang on, where are we? Grape or Crepe Myrtle, what a weird name. But it's beautiful. It's very much like the magenta that we just saw, but then when it shines in the light, it goes blue. Now this one's called Symphony Purple. So you can see it's just a very deep, super shimmery purple. Next one is deep interference blue. Since when does blue interfere? I don't know. Maybe interference means something else in the artist world. I wouldn't know. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's like an azure. Look. That is absolutely gorgeous. That is my new favourite so far. Stunning. This is Symphony Blue. Yeah, because we just had Symphony Purple, now we've got Symphony Blue. So this isn't quite as bright as the other one, but it does look a bit more shimmery. Sorry if you can hear Rosie in the background. I've literally just given her a shower before I came on live, and she's had a mad half an hour running around getting dry. This one's Shiny Blue, and she's now messing around behind me. So this is, again, very, very shimmery, very pearlescent, this one. Oh my goodness, I hope I can do these justice when it comes to actually using them. So this is Deep Interference Green again. And this is very much like the last colour, so very pearlescent, but it's got a definite green tinge to it rather than blue. Oops. I wonder if these pans are filled fully or whether they're just filled halfway, because sometimes you get that. I'm hoping for the price that they are, that they're going to be filled fully. This is Fruit Green. I'm going to, Candida. I'm getting there as fast as I can, but these little foils are little buggers. Right, so this is Fruit Green. Again, nice and pearlescent and kind of a limey green rather than the previous one, which is much more of a blue green. Then we have, this is Golden Maroon. I didn't think Golden Maroon was a thing. Oh, can you imagine? Steampunk Darlings. I cannot wait for that book to come out. Hannah Lynn. This actually, you're right, that would be a brilliant combo to use these in that book. Again, another very shimmery, quite a pale mintish green. Not mintish, sorry, like an olivey kind of green. This one's called Dark Green. So it is just very much a case of it being a deeper, darker colour than the one before, but still very pearlescent and shimmery. Then we're nearly there, guys. This is Brown, simply, just simply brown. Oh, that is like a an antique bronze, I think. Beautiful. You should see all these foils on the edge of my desk. They're kind of creeping over towards the rim of the window now. This is Silver Black. Ooh, I can't stop oohing over these. They're absolutely amazing. This is a kind of a pewter colour, absolutely gorgeous. And hubby's phone has gone again. Let me go back onto it. No. Sorry about this, guys. I'll let that go for a bit. So that is pewter, kind of a pewter colour. And then finally, if I can get it out, this is Flash Purple. Flash, oh. So I can't grip it. It has to be the last one that causes the problems, doesn't it? Okay. Ooh. So this is a purple, but it's a very kind of greyish purple. It's a funny one, that. I'm intrigued to see how that swatches out. Right, so we've done it. That is all of the beautiful Paul Rubin watercolour pearlescent paint pans. I'm just pressing them all down so we've got them all nice and flat. Keeping an eye on your comments as well. Yeah, £50, yeah. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to swatch them now. The time has come. I'm just trying to get this working so I can see the comments without having to stretch up. I'm going to end up with a giraffe neck in a bit. Right, I'm going to get rid of this and then I'm going to put it on airplane mode and take it off and then try again. Maybe that'll reboot something, I don't know. Colour with... no. Right, put that to the side and we'll start swatching. If I can't see your comments, please forgive me for that, but I will try and catch up. Right, so what I've done is I've got another glass of water here, a clean glass of water, so that we don't get any of those glittery particles from the Caleros on us, or on the paper, or mixing up, or what have you. And I think this has come back now. Okay, morning Regina. Right, so we've got a nice clean brush. We've got our little swatching pad. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see everything. And then we'll start on Pearl Silver White. So let me get it so you can see what I'm doing. Morning Danette, how are you? Right, I'm in screen now, okay. So let's get a bit of water onto the first one. In fact, let's do a couple ahead of time like we do with the Caleros, so we can get them sort of activated. Right then. Morning Michelle, how are you? Right, so this is Pearl Silver White. So I'm just mixing that in because there's quite a fair bit of water on there, and that's going to it's going to make the opacity a little bit transparent if there's too much water. So I'm just trying to mix it up a bit and get it a bit thicker. Very, very similar at the moment to the Caleros. I can't really detect any difference in mixing them whatsoever. So here we have Pearl Silver White, and hopefully you can see this on camera, but it is so shimmery, so shimmery. I'm just putting a few layers on just to see how it builds and see if we can get it nice and opaque. But that is gorgeous. Obviously when they're wet it doesn't help with the shimmer, you can't really see it, so I'm going to be showing you all of them at the end. Rosie, she's messing around with something. I'll show you them all at the end. I'll show you them all at the end underneath the light. So next up we've got Pearl Platinum. Yeah, I think these are all in order anyway guys, hopefully, so don't have to keep referring to my little foil stickers. So we've got Pearl Platinum, these ones are very, very delicate so far, but they really are very sparkly under the light. What I need to do is actually get a proper set of watercolours, not sparkly ones, just normal watercolour colours, to do like skin tones and things in this Prima book, and then I can use these as like embellishments on flowers and things like that, because there's no skin tone in this set whatsoever. It's just a set of metallic kind of sparkly pearlescent colours. So this is Flash Yellow. I'm still just checking my little foils just to make sure they are in the right order. Okay, yeah, spraying them, that's a really good idea. So I do have a little water spray bottle, just here actually. It's by Derwent. I need to fill it up though. But yes, they don't need a lot of water at all, do they? Otherwise you do lose that opacity and they become really, really transparent. But this is a gorgeous colour, this Flash Yellow. Yes, wet on wet. So you wet the paper first and then you add the paint. And the paint kind of goes wherever the water is. Thin washes, okay. So the next one is called Yeah, it's that deep interference yellow. Yeah, I definitely think I'm going to need a lot of practice for sure. Paint is not my medium, but I am really excited to have a go with it. So deep interference yellow, let's see how it interferes. Oh, it interferes beautifully. Look at that. Look at that. You know, some women would be having this kind of reaction to handbags and shoes. This is my kind of reaction to paint and art supplies. Gorgeous. So next up is deep interference orange. And this one looks a little, let's just move this up a bit so you can see, it looks a little more shimmery, but not shimmery, a little more deeper than the other colours. So I'm intrigued to see how this looks. There's too much water on this, I know. Oh my goodness. This is so bright. I really hope that you can see this on camera. So bright. And all the little microparticles of glitter are just sort of drifting around in the water. So next, I've got to put a slight bit more water on the rest of them because we've reached the end of the ones that I did before. Right, next up is Royal Gold. Now I absolutely love the golds in the Coliro sets, so I want to see how these stand up. So far I'm thinking very, very well. Okay, here we go, Royal Gold. Just beautiful. You can't see this on camera, but when I stroke the brush across, all of the little particles just dance around. Hi Nia! We're looking at some Happy Mail today from the beautiful Melody. This one's called Bronze Satin. What a beautiful name, Bronze Satin. And it does really look very satiny as well. So just loading the brush. Oh wow. What a stunning colour this is. I'm going to be really interested to see how these go with the Coliro paints, like in between colours. It's absolutely stunning. So Bronze Satin, then we've got, it says on here Flare Red, and then it says on the little foil sticker Flash Red. So it could be either. It looks more pinky to me. Now I'm off screen, aren't I? Let's move up a little. They are absolutely beautiful, guys, honestly. Oh my goodness, this one is like a bubblegum pink. Just building up the colour a little bit. So you can see, oh, it's gorgeous. I can't wait to get to the end of this so I can show you them up close in the light. Then we've got the Deep Interference Red. I'm just going to check my foils again, make sure. Yep. So this is very, very similar to the previous colour, but it is definitely more red, whereas the other one was pink. Hi Bella! So this paint, Michelle, is called the Paul Rubens Artists Watercolours. You can get them on Amazon for around £50. And how many do we have here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24. Okay, next, oops. Next is wine red. Just check the foils. Yep, wine red. Let's see what this one does. Ooh, this is a more browner red. It's like a really, really nice lipstick colour. Hi, Rachel. Beautiful. Next up we have pink. To get a bit, put too much water on it now. I could do with a bit of kitchen roll here to lift the water. So sorry, Rachel. Sorry, not sorry, because these are beautiful. I've put way too much water on this and I haven't got any kitchen roll to hand. So we're just going to have to sit here and have a little bit of a wiggle while it thickens up. For anybody that has come in since I last explained, because I don't want anyone to not know that it was the beautiful Melody who bought these for me from my Amazon wish list as a little Christmas present for me. Say thank you for videos and tutorials and things that I've done. It is definitely not something that is required. I don't expect anything off any of you, but it is something that is greatly, greatly appreciated. Now then, let's check out this pink. So this is simply called Pink. I'm just checking the foil again. Yeah, I think they are all in order, guys. So pink. Now talking of wish lists, I don't know whether you saw my latest post on Facebook and Twitter, but I posted a link to my wish list purely for you to have a look and see what you want to ask for your Christmas. So maybe you've got a husband or a parent or a sister or anything, anybody that's asking you, what do you want for Christmas? If you have a look through my wish list, it is so long and so vast. There's got to be something on there that you would like to ask for on your kind of Christmas list. I've also put a link to my recommendations, which is things that I actually do own that I really recommend. So you want to have a look at both of those lists, get some ideas for what you'd like for Christmas. I thought that'd be really, really helpful for you all to have a look. And I will post both of those links in this description after the video as well, so that you can find them easily. But if you want to go and have a look now, they are on my Facebook page and on my Twitter. So there we go. So this is Rose Red. Yeah, this is that one that I said looked like a magenta. Beautiful. Hi, welcome. Just swatching at the moment. These are called Paul Rubens Artist Watercolours, and this is a set of 24. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I can see much difference with the Caleros and these. They're both absolutely stunning. I didn't really think there was anything that could match up to the Caleros. You've got the Gansai Tambi paints, which are good, but they're not as good as the Caleros, but these are definitely on a par. I'm going to show you these close up now while we've done half of them, so that you can see in the light. Now we'll start off, I'm going to stand up so I can see properly. Sorry for the noise, I've got no flooring down in here yet, it's freezing. So this is Pearl Silver White, just beautiful. That would be an amazing one to use on mirrors. So if you're colouring a mirror, you could just colour it all in with that Pearl Silver White, or even the Pearl Platinum, but that one kind of goes a little bit gold. And then you've got Flash Yellow, which is a light kind of lemony yellow, but it does look a little bit chartreuse as well. It's got a bit of green in there. And then you've got the Deep Interference Yellow, which is a lot more of a deeper colour. Then you've got this beautiful orange, which is very, very bright. It's the brightest one so far. Then you've got the Royal Gold, which is a kind of a standard, very, very gold. Sorry about my nails, by the way. They've got teal paint under them from where I've been painting my living room. Then we've got Bronze Satin, which is a favourite of mine already. You can see how dark it is out of the light, and then how much it just shines and comes to life. You've then got the Flare Red, or the Flash Red, which is kind of a pink, but it's really super glittery, that one. You've got your Deep Interference Red, which isn't as glittery. but it's very pearlescent. Then you've got the wine red, that beautiful deep lipstick kind of colour. And this is still wet, so we've got the pink and the rose red at the bottom, but I'll show you those again at the end when they're not so wet. Now we've got to move on to the other side of the paints. So I'll sit back down, move this down so we can see. I'm trying to make sure everything is in shot for you so you can see. Just bend that a little bit. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to again add a bit of water onto these pans, not too much. I absolutely adore that blue. That is just beautiful. I can't wait to see how that comes out. Right, so I'll put a little bit of paint on the first few pans. And now we'll give it a little bit of a wiggle and get it working. Hi Karen, how are you? So this is the one that looked like magenta, but then it looked blue under the light. And this one's called Crepe, or could be Grape Myrtle, which is a very unusual name. I don't think I've got quite enough water on this one. I'm just going to add a little bit more so we can see this. That's better. Yes, paint envy is real with these, definitely. Absolutely stunning. Just stunning. And I will show you that in the light afterwards because it does go blue. It's amazing. Then we've got Symphony Purple. So this is a really kind of bluish purple. It's quite dark. Maybe it needs a little bit more time to activate this one because it's not as opaque as others. It's very shimmery and very transparent. Try and thicken it up a little bit, but I don't think it's one that's going to thicken up too much. Next up we have got that beautiful blue that I'm really excited about. Keep wiggling that around to make sure we've got a nice thick coating of it. So bright. Absolutely lovely. So bright but very pearlescent as well at the same time. So I think these are going to be the new Calero, guys. So if you have Calero already, I'm betting that you're going to ask for these for Christmas because they are beautiful. Rachel, do it. Seriously. You know that I would never recommend anything, excuse me, that I didn't think was good, because that's just, I'm not going to gain any kind of friends or followers or, you know, any kind of reputation that way if I'm recommending things that are crap. And honestly, these are beautiful. They really are, and I know they're expensive, but I do think that if you are wanting something special to add to your Christmas list this year, this might well be that product. So Symphony Blue, again, it's not very, very glittery, but it's very pearlescent, so there is a difference, and you'll see after I show you at the end of the video when it's all dry, you'll see what I mean. Next is Shiny Blue. Again, this looks really, really light. Oh, but it's lovely. It's really glittery, this one. Zoe, I haven't tried yet. I haven't tried. I'll have to give it a go. excuse me, I'm still getting over that chest infection or bronchitis or whatever it was. I'm all right now. I'm coughing a lot less, but every time I laugh, it sets it off big time. I don't know if I've got many people from the UK on here at the moment, but there's a show we've got, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which is like a reality show. You might even have it in America, a US edition, which is where celebrities go in the jungle for a few weeks and they do tasks and things, and they don't get any, they only get food if they complete these horrible tasks. And I've been watching that, and it is hilarious, and every single time the presenters or whatever or anybody makes a joke and I'm absolutely falling over myself laughing, that's when the bronchitis comes back, and I've actually got to pause it. I've actually got to pause it to have a giant cough and wheeze. My kind of swatches are going a bit haywire here, but this one is absolutely beautiful. This deep interference green, stunning. But yes, I was on antibiotics, so I was moving house pretty much single-handedly, and had a chest infection at the same time, so it wasn't great, but I got through it, because you have to, don't you? There's no choice really, you've just got to get on with it. This one's fruit green. Oh, it's so light and delicate, this one. I just love how it's like when you get a new exercise book at school, it's so neat at the start and then you end up with swatches looking like this. I haven't seen it last night, Zoe, because what we started to do was, because my kids, well, Shane, the eldest, he really loves the programme. Max used to, but he's kind of gone off it now because he's kind of more likely wanting to play on Fortnite or something. But yeah, Shane he loves the programme, and we were staying up to watch it and letting them stay up, but it just ended up getting too late because it's a school night, you know, and it's like 10:30 sometimes it finishes. So what we do now is we tape it, they go to bed at 9, we record it, and then we all watch it when they get home from school while we're having our tea, which probably isn't a good idea because some of the Bush Tucker trials are very off-putting. But yeah, that's how we do it now. So I haven't seen it last night, but I do know who's gone out because it's all over Twitter. Right, now we've got Golden Maroon, and I'm just going to check this. Golden Maroon. Yeah, Golden Maroon. It doesn't look like a maroon at all. It looks just like a green. So, interested to see how this comes out. It might even turn into a red when it's under the light. Okay, Golden Maroon. Ooh. So that looks nothing like what it looks in the pan. Hi Tracy, these are the Paul Rubens Artist Watercolours that I received with great thanks and gratitude from the beautiful Melody. Just missed a comment there. Colours and one set, yeah, exactly. You're right, Christine, you would need a lot of Calero sets to get the same amount of paints. Yeah, it is kind of khaki, definitely. It's very green in the light, and then as soon as you come out of the light, it's a brown. So it's like a camo colour, you're right, it is khaki. Next we've got dark green. So I haven't put any water on these ones to start to activate, so I'm just having to spend a little bit more time activating these. I mean, can I just close up on this? Hang on. Look at this, can you see? Just look at that, how the pigments just move. Beautiful, beautiful. Just zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so dark green. Wow. This is very much like the moss green from the Calero set. Gorgeous, very, very thick and opaque. What's next? We've got brown. Move this up a little bit so you can see. Can you imagine doing your Christmas pages with these paints, like your baubles and your decorations? Not that I'm, you know, trying to enable you to buy these immediately or anything. This one's beautiful as well, absolutely beautiful. You know, brown is one of my favourite colours, and I know that sounds weird, but brown, you can get so many different tones of brown, and it's just so earthy, and I just absolutely love brown. Do you know what, if they did, if I had, you know, a pound for each time I've recommended something to somebody, I'm sure that we'd have a huge pot between us that we could all dip into and buy loads of beautiful things. Yeah, ornaments, definitely. Oh, sorry, Loretta, is anybody else frozen, please? Because Loretta is saying that it's frozen up, but it seems okay my end. This one's silver black. Oh, wow, wow. This is really thick. This is really, really thick. I hope you didn't miss anything, guys. Oh no, people are frozen. You have to see this one. Right, I'm not going to move on until... You know what it is? It's my damn battery thing. It says I've got a low battery. It should be fine now because I've just pressed it. Sorry, that was my fault. I wasn't looking. Is everyone back? You need to be back for this. Ah, right, okay. Sorry about that. It was my blooming battery. Okay, this is gorgeous. This is silver black, and it's very much like that meteor colour that was in the Calero. It's not as kind of gritty and grainy, but it's gorgeous. It's like a very, very shiny dark grey. Yeah, love that one. Now, we've got one more left. And this is called Flash Purple, which is weird that this is at the end, but there you go. I'm glad everyone's back. Sorry about that, guys. My battery doesn't last 5 minutes when I'm on lives. It just seems to drink it. Oh my goodness, this, you can just see all these pigments on this one. It is so full of glitter. Right, Flash Purple, are we ready? Ooh. So this is a very, very deep purple. It's like a grape colour. There's no brightness to it at all, but it is so shimmery. It's absolutely stunning, stunning. Now I'm going to show you them really close up. So we'll start off with the last two from last time because they're dry now. There's your pink and your rose red. Moving to the top, we've got that grape myrtle, which is pink here, and then in the light it's blue. Then we've got the symphony purple, the deep interference blue, now the symphony blue, very dark out of the light, really beautiful sapphire blue in the light. Now we've got that shiny blue, full of glitter, and again that deep interference green, which is one of my favourites. Look how silver it goes in the light. Gorgeous. Got the fruit green, which is really light, and then that golden maroon, which, look, it's brown, but then green. That would be gorgeous on Christmas tree. This is dark green, so really dark and then really bright. The brown, that's one of my favourites, goes really bronzy and really dark. These colours here would go perfectly on a Christmas tree scene. Now this is that silver black. I think it's still a bit wet, so it's not perfect just yet, but I'll show you it in a moment when it's gone dry, just how blimmin' shiny that is. It's gorgeous. Right, let's have a look at this book, because I've taken so long on these paints. I don't want to bore you all. I'm going to have a look at this book. So I really need some proper normal colours of watercolour to practice on. Vicky and Kenny, these are called the Paul Rubens Artist Watercolour. Now then, I'm going to go to the back of the book. We'll go to these bookmarks and we'll see what we can do. So there's one here that's got flowers on. So I'm gonna go for that and just have a go with these paints. Now, what colour shall I use, guys? Give me a colour to start off with. So first person to comment, I'm gonna use that colour. Rachel, this is the Prima Princesses watercolouring book. So Kitty Cat says the blue that I love, so we're going with the Deep Interference blue. Sorry, it's Kenny, that's hilarious, sorry. They are the Paul Rubens Artist Watercolours. Right, we're going with the Deep Interference blue first, because that was the first one that came up. So let me see if I can get it all on screen. It's a bit difficult, but I'll try. Okay, are we on? Yes. So I've got loads of water in this one at the moment. Need to mix it up a little bit. These brushes that I'm using, by the way, they are model paint brushes for painting little bits of, you know, if you make little models of trains or boats or anything, you would paint them. They come in some really thin sizes. I'll have to link to them in the description. They're really nice brushes as well. Right, so this is that blue. I'm going to have a look. Oh my gosh, they are stunning. They are stunning. As I said earlier, I didn't think anything would really match up to Coliro paints, and I've definitely been proved wrong with these. Oh, sorry. Now what I want to do, because somebody asked me, I think it was Zoe, if they blend, so I want to give that a go. So I'm going to get a darker blue, which I think is going to be that symphony blue, even though it's not too far from the colour itself, it still might make a slight difference. And we'll see if we can blend them together. So let's get a bit of water on this one. See, because I've got an overhead light, you can see a glare of light, but maybe if I just move the book slightly, you'll be able to see how shimmery and shiny this is. Maybe. I'll do it at the end anyway, so you can properly see. But what I've done is I've taken a little bit of this Symphony Blue, which is the next kind of shade down, and I'm going to add a little bit to the inner edge of these petals and see what happens. Sorry, it's because I'm leaning right down, that's why my voice is probably going weird, even though it could just be because of the room that I'm in, because there is nothing in this room at the moment apart from boxes stacked upon each other, so it's really echoey in here. I'm sorry if you can't hear me properly. So yes, what I've done is I've put the Deep Interference blue on first, and then I've put the Symphony Blue on top. And I'm just going to do that again with a few more of the petals. And then I'll bring it up to camera when it's dry so that you can properly see. initial thoughts about these are that they definitely stand up to the quality of the Kaliro paints, if you were wondering about that. And yes, they do come in smaller sets. I don't know if it's the normal kind of colours or the metallic colours or what have you, but I know that they do come in smaller sets. I'll have to check that out. I think this is the largest set that they do. Again, I'm not certain. So you might just have to type Paul Rubens in on Amazon and see what happens. Hi Katrina, nice to have you. I hope you're well. Just doing a little bit of painting at the moment. And I don't think you can see very well, but you can see the glare of the water more than anything. But I will bring it up so you can see properly. I'm going to add a little bit of that Symphony Blue now to the inner edge of these petals. You really don't need a lot of water with these whatsoever. Right, so I've added in that darker blue to the inner corners. Now what I want to do is wait for that to dry before I bring it up to the camera, because at the moment all you're going to see is water. So shall we try another colour? Let's go with let's go with the rose red, because that was really beautiful. Very bright colour. Thanks Tracy, it does, they are lovely paints. So I'll just start on another flower. Let's go for this one over here. So if you could give this video a thumbs up, that'd be great, please. If you love these paints, you've got to give it a thumbs up so that more people can find out about them, because they're just beautiful. I keep saying how lovely they are and how beautiful they are. You can see that how beautiful they are. I don't need to keep explaining. But as you know with me, I never really know what to say on lives, so I just kind of try and keep talking and repeating myself. These colours actually go really nicely together, this blue and pink combo. Oh, thank you. I always feel like I sound, I'm not going to swear, I sound like a bit silly, let's say a bit silly. Especially when I'm sort of thanking everybody for the happy mail, because I do sound a little bit disingenuous when I say how bowled over I am when I receive something, but it is true, it's so true. I'm not just saying it. I really don't feel like, and this isn't for sympathy or comments, but I really don't feel like I deserve you guys spending all your hard-earned money on me, because everything I do, all of my tutorials, they're so simple. I don't feel like I'm offering anything, you know, any kind of amazing, very professional techniques or anything like that. So it always does surprise me. Even it surprises me when my follower count goes up. It surprises me when I get comments from people saying how much I inspire them, because I just think everything I show you is quite simple and basic. I'm going to go in with some of this gold, guys. Let's go for this. So this is the Royal Gold. I know, honestly, you don't have to comment back. I'm not fishing for compliments, honestly I'm not. This is exactly how I feel. But I just love the fact that I get comments from you saying that I've inspired you or I've helped you. Because to me it's just crazy. I'm learning as well as the rest of you. And then I get comments on Instagram from people saying they're fangirls because I've followed them on Instagram or something. I think, you're fangirling over me. It's just little old Claire, you know. Just little old Claire from Nottingham. Right, so I'm going on this, the rest of this flower with this beautiful gold. Oh my goodness. Look how nicely these colours go together. And I think it's still a bit wet there because it's spread a little bit. Oh, Christine, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm over enthusiastic about it, but that is genuine enthusiasm. But there's some people who do these lives, like, you know, Sammy. She speaks amazingly, you know, and she always knows what to talk about and knows what to say and can carry a conversation, whereas I'm very socially awkward. So I'm always worried about how I come across or how I sound, if I say something that can be construed badly, you know. So yeah, right, so I've put this gold on, and as I say, I think the pink is still a little bit wet because it's sort of running slightly, especially in this area here, but that's okay. It's all experiments, isn't it? Trial and error. Okay. So I might just join these up because it kind of looks a bit weird not joined. Too much water? Yeah, I probably am, guys, to be honest, but I'm trying to get it really thick and opaque, and I know that watercolours are supposed to be quite what do you call it, quite wishy-washy and not bright and not vivid. You know, you're supposed to build up layers of colour, aren't you? But you know me, all my work is really vivid and bold, and that's just how I am. Right, so put some gold on here. I've sort of gone completely over the pink, to be honest. But that's just how it's worked out. Right, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring it up to camera now. Mind you, oh, Shane's back. I didn't realise it was that time, guys. Right, I'm going to bring it up to camera so you can have a look. It is still a bit wet, so just excuse that, but I think you can just start to see how shiny it looks when it's dry, especially on the tips of the blue petals. It's still wet where I've put the darker blue, but they do blend really, really nicely. It's easier for me to see here than it is on camera. And there's your pink and gold. Just make sure it's shining so you can see. So beautiful, beautiful paints. I'm going to be practicing more with these, and I'm probably going to be using them in Christmas colouring pages that I'm going to be doing. So look out for them on my channel, on my Instagram and everywhere like that, because you will start to see pictures popping up that have these included in them. Let me know what you think as well. I mean, I know that you guys have been telling me all the way through this what you think about the paints, but anybody watching after this, after the live stream's finished, do still comment. I read every single comment and I heart every single comment so that you know that I've read it. I appreciate every single time that anybody gets in touch with me, and I do read them all, so please comment, let me know what you think of them. Again, I'm going to be putting links in the description so that you can't miss out on these, and I will also be putting those links for my wish list and my recommended list so that you can find things you want to get your friends and family to buy for you this Christmas. So finally, the name of these paints again are the Paul Rubens Artist Watercolours. Come in the gorgeous pearlescent pink box, very, very thick and durable. The paints are outstanding. There's nothing bad you can say about them whatsoever. And yes, so I'll also be doing a page in this Prima book from Melody at some point. As I say, I do need to get some more watercolours that are more kind of skin and normal colours rather than metallics, but you will see that pop up on my feed as well. So again, massive thank you to Melody for buying the book and the paints for me. Appreciate it more than you all know. And also thank you to Claire Holloway for these beautiful Galaxy Caleros, because how can you not love these? Just look at them. Right, so thank you very much everybody for keeping me company, listening to me waffle on and be over enthusiastic about this Happy Mail, and I will be back with tutorials very soon. I've got some more Christmas tutorials and things that I want to get filmed and done. So yes, thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon on Colour with Claire.